Go.
All right. Well, yeah, it's time for D&D. After a totally normal pre-game discussion that did not involve chicken or genitals at all.
Or Facebook.
Um, so anyway,
Just regular old sexy chicken.
No Facebook genital birds. None here.
nope, nope, not even a little bit.
God, it looks so good though.
It looks disgusting. What,
I'd eat
what
the
is
hell out of that.
wrong?
I would too. I mean, you gotta cook it first, but I would eat it.
Yeah, you gotta look at the cooked one.
I gotta say, I'm really proud of my double entendre there.
I missed it.
I said eat out.
Ah.
Yeah.
Glad we can
Yeah.
record that too.
I mean, really, what's the point of recording if you're not gonna catch classic moments like this?
I
Yes.
thought you were gonna say classy moments.
Well, classy, classic. Same.
I mean, we're always classy around here, all right?
Yeah. Puts on top hat.
Still fucking sexy.
If only we were recording the Discord chat right now.
I mean, that can be arranged.
No. Oh no.
Well, I'm not recording that, but
Okay.
I did. I did show the picture, so.
Uh-huh. Okay. So anyway,
I regret all my choices in life.
You brought this up.
we'll get back to D&D eventually.
D&D.
Yeah, D&D. So yeah, speaking of things that people eat,
we kicked over the pot of flesh.
yeah, so there was like this big bubbling cauldron of what looked like melted skin soup or something that Lucius and Thorv pushed over in the middle of this presumably UNT temple sacrificial chamber thing. I don't know. I mean, what would you call a room where there is a fountain that looks like 5 snake heads with blood dribbling from their mouths down into a pool on the floor?
Hell.
A Greek thing?
A Greek thing?
Yeah.
Okay, well, as you stand here in this Greek thing, the soup spilling down, the echoes of the cauldron still kind of ringing out through the various hallways that emerge from this large room. You do hear hissing and voices kind of muttering, yelling to one another.
Alright, I will send a message to Cyrene and say, come up through the experimentation chamber and keep coming. We're all in this sacrificial altar room or something.
Whatever the fuck this place
Yeah.
is.
I'll basically tell her to come here. Like, this is where we are. Come here. We're probably gonna fight something in a second.
Get over
I
here
come.
now.
Just tell them to hurry.
Okay.
Oh look, a bunch of people.
Yep.
Yeah. Bunch of people indeed. So I guess the
What's-
others.
What's this thing?
What's what thing?
This thing.
Oh, the
It is
symbol.
40 feet up in the air on a balcony. So hard to say.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it glowing or anything?
There might be a faint glow that you could see.
Okay. Because I know it's dark in here, right?
Relatively dark, yeah.
Okay.
Except right by me, because I have a glowing mace.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So suddenly there's not. But I do see 2 Snursons. So, from my position.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
I mean, if we have a second, I'm gonna send Stratos up to that. Whatever's glowing up there to check it out.
Well, I mean, it definitely sounds like the clanging of the cauldron has garnered some attention, to say the least. As for, what you'd like to do and what timetable you'd like to do it on, that's up to you.
I mean, I'm not
suppose,
moving,
though-
so.
Yeah, I suppose what would make the most sense is to just kind of start things off with a big old initiative roll
Okay.
for things.
I will take that roll.
Yeah, that's.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Alright, let me.
You're gonna give Fib the chance to roll a crit?
Yeah, just I gotta.
You better give me
do
a
little
crit.
bit of shifting of things.
Frickin' flies.
Should I have moved up to them?
If you would like to be with them, I would say you could be there.
Oh yeah, I would have messaged anybody not
Or
here.
whatever we grouped.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd have
So,
probably
yeah, just,
fired a message off to the mages too. Just letting
Okay.
them,
Oh yeah, I forgot about those freaking guys.
The XP stealers.
Well, I would have fired a message off to at least one of them and just said let everybody know.
Remember when we were gonna get a lot of XP and then those guys took all of it?
Remember when they
Classic.
threw a bunch of fireballs at the Hydra so you didn't have to deal with it?
Yeah, that helped.
We had
No.
it under control.
Royal Mod is still depressed
What
about
the
that.
hell? I rolled really high, and half the people rolled really high, and the other half rolled really low. What is this?
Thor
There's-
rolled a 14.
He's the only one that rolled in the middle.
I got about average.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 19, 20, 21, 21.
Hey, real quick, what are we fighting? I don't see anything.
I do. Right here.
Yeah,
What?
I see some stuff.
I don't see you pinging anything.
That's because it's really high up. Go to the north. They're on top of the balcony.
Oh.
So there's that.
Well, how am I supposed to fight them if I can't see them?
Well, where are you going? Get back up here.
They're
Get
going
where?
behind you.
Get back up here
What?
on the platform with the rest of us. There. So that's like a 10-foot drop or something, or 20-foot drop.
Oh, these are different levels.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I still can only see like a quarter of 2 of them.
Well, stand where I'm standing. You can see all of them.
I can see him too.
All of them?
Fib gets on top.
All
You-
of the 2 of
All
them.
2?
All 2 of them. I can see them
There's more,
too.
But I can see their entire body, is what I'm saying.
I mean, I can see most of it too.
It's fine. Fib will just stand here looking around.
I mean, it's just because people or Sneeple might come running in as, party members are going about their things. There's just so many things for me to roll right now. It's
Are you
roll
gonna
my-
break roll 20 again?
Probably. Like, in all honesty, it's about due. It's been mostly good for me all week, so. Oh yeah, it's already going nice and slow.
Good.
So,
It's because you're trying to kill us so hard.
well.
We're more or less like taking an army and just bashing it against snake people over and over again. Because we've got so many people.
Yeah, my initiative order is literally too tall to fit in my roll 20 window. So that's the thing.
Oh, buddy. Yeah.
Well, we've killed one of the entities. So,
It's nearly 2/3 down the screen on my 4K. If that gives you any idea how long
and
the
there's
initiative
stuff on there
order.
that you can't see.
Yeah, oh, I believe it. There's enough stuff on there that I can see.
Okay, so immediate actions. It sounded like Lucius is sending Stratos up. Oh, we do
Yeah.
need to roll again for Fib, just in case. You know.
Cause she's so
Yeah.
powerful.
Let's see here. Do. Oh my gosh, up 20. Seriously. It's gonna be one of those nights.
Hey!
So you got a 19 and a 20.
So
Awesome.
that's 3 nat 20s for her.
Jeez.
Okay. So yeah, Fib, anything you want to do in particular?
You will like attack these people probably.
Okay.
Is this
So-
combat starting?
It's kind of like people are coming in towards you, and you're on a timer, so initiative makes the most sense, just in terms of like, you know, if you want to do defensive things, or if you can see one you want to try and snipe them, or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you'd like to do.
Did we get into this room over here on the side?
No. You came from the south and haven't gone through any of the other doors in this room.
Okay.
All that happened is Lucius made a crap ton of noise.
Basically.
They'll probably come out then. I'm going to just shoot a chill touch at this one I can see. Is it gonna get like 1,000,000 points of cover?
Potentially.
That's fine. I'll just do it anyway. Poof.
Ooh.
So, with
It's a
its
high one.
AC being... Oh, you just hit, even with
Aha!
even with 3/4 cover, you just barely hit it. So, yeah, you creepy hand, and then yeah, the thing needs to. It doesn't. No, there's no save, right? It's just. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, just a hit. And then let's see how many inspires I have left. 2. I'm gonna save it. That's all for Fib.
Okay. Suppose the other thing is, since we're kinda getting into combat. Combat music! Okay, so Lucius.
All right. So, we hear Sinersons coming.
Yeah, you hear gradually heightening volumes of hissing and, like, barked commands in Draconic.
Okay. And clarify for me again. So when I use Stratos, because he has his own initiative, do I attack with the Shocking Grasp on his turn or on my turn? Like, how does
What
that
does
work?
it say for the thing that allows you to cast through him?
Oops. This. When I cast it with range, I can use it to deliver the spell as if I had cast it. It must be within 100 feet of me and use its reaction.
Okay.
So
in
does that mean it has to
that
just
case-
be in range and then something gets in range and it reacts and hits it?
Not necessarily. What it's dependent on is when you cast.
Okay.
So if you are at a point at which you can cast, that is when you can send the spell through Strata.
So I have to move Stratos on his turn and then cast it on my turn.
Basically, yeah.
Can I just tell Stratos to go to the nearest person, then? Because he can think independently.
Yeah, that's totally doable. Let's
Okay, so...
see what he can.
but it always obeys my commands, and in combat, it acts on its own turn. So...
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I'll just have him harry whoever. That's basically my persistent command to him is harry whoever and get ready to shock the shit out of somebody.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
and is this a ramp over here?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna can we see like the doorway where this I can't see anything. It's black, but can we? Is there
Right.
a wall there, or is it a
Um,
like railing?
so the ramp is there's a stone wall on the left as you're walking up, and then there's kind of like a wooden railing kind of situation that runs up the outside of it.
All
And
right.
then up at the top, you can see the glinting of what looks like a big gong sitting there.
Oh, that's right. That's what that was.
Yeah.
So there's the only doorway is just to the south. So I'm gonna have Stratos just go and sit with Groilmod, like sit roughly like above Groilmod, and just as soon as something hostile comes in, zap.
Okay.
So
Cool. So then,
and I'll hold my action in case something comes in. I'm gonna zap it.
got it. All right. So you hear clawed footsteps on the stone from your left, and let's see. This dude see you? Can I open his character sheet?
Nope.
Why, yes, I can. Okay. So there's hissing, and then you see movement over by the gong, and soon you just hear the of the thing being bashed with some kind of big beater that just has the gong now reverberating through all the halls of this place. And yeah, then there's more that you can't really hear all that well because gong. But for too long, there are Snursons very nearby.
Not the Snursons.
Oh no!
Oh look, Snursons.
Yeah. Cool. So there's that. And there's this dude over here. And then this. So many Sneeple. And such slow roll 20 response. This is what happens when you decide you're gonna fight the whole dungeon.
Are these the Swole Sneeple or the Magic Cassie Sneeple?
So all the ones that you see approaching at the moment are the kind of like hunchbacked, long-necked ones that were just kind of like frontliners.
Okay.
Oh dear God, this is so slow. Roll 20, why are you like this? Okay. So, yeah. There, that one there. And then we got another one. Okay. Oh God, even zooming out is taking forever. Okay. Cool. Cool. So, that's that. And then Bag of Nails. Yeah, he would be up with you guys. So, move down. Grab him. Okay, you know what? If we're gonna get anything done this session, I'm gonna have to like half theater of the mind this, because otherwise we're gonna spend like a good hour and a half of the session just waiting for tokens to update their places. So let's see. Bag of Nails is by you guys. Tabaxi have dark vision. I feel like that would make
Yes.
sense. Okay, so he immediately turns and shoots the closest snake person to you guys, and yeah, right as the thing is about to close in on Thorv, you hear the whistling of an arrow through the air as it is shot. Not killed, but kind of knocked off course for a brief moment before righting itself. And then we get to the mages, who are down doing mage things. Cyrene, what do you do?
Okay, I am going to move there. Actually, that's a lie. I'm gonna move here. And I am going to cast Spirit Guardians on myself.
Okay,
That's it.
cool. Spirit Guardians is the one that's like the AoE thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
50
okay,
feet
15
around
foot.
me.
All right, so let me pop an aura on you real quick.
I have little water sprites going around me. They make sure Fib isn't boiling hot from the lava.
Thank you.
There you go. Can you see that? People see that?
Nope.
Nope. I swat at one before I realized
There
what
we
it
go.
is. Yep.
Okay.
Your hand goes through it.
Yeah.
And
I
then
just.
he realizes what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh.
Okay. So then, more Sneeple.
Sunny ball.
Sneeple gonna sneep.
So you hear some footfalls off to your left, and you hear like, well, it sounds like hushed conversation from off to the right. Through what I think, yeah, with Cyrene's light, you would see that there's a portcullis against the eastern wall. It sounds like there's conversation happening over there. Then yeah, I think that'll do. Groilmod, Dragon Slayer. What do you do?
I'm gonna put my hunter's mark right here
Mm-hmm.
and then shoot my bow at it a couple times.
Indeed.
And make sure you get out the doorway so that reinforcements can come in. Thank you. Oh no.
Well, I mean, at least they both hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, got 13, and then another 9.
22 total?
22.
Ain't bad.
Alright. Okay, so then, yeah, that one is... We'll put a hunter's mark on it. Still alive. Not looking great. Barreling at you, Thorv, as it is your turn. What do you do?
I'll step over to it and hit it with Booming Blade. And my longsword.
Nice. Okay. So, yep. Booming Blade hits, and then... Let's see.
Is that a new ability?
Yeah,
That's
They're
cool.
switched.
That's
we
awesome.
talked it over and swapped it out.
Oh no, I just never seen it. That's cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he comes over and just... And it hits the thing, no problem, 22. It is, like, barely hanging on. and then you miss with the longsword.
The longsword attack is part of it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that one.
Got it. Sorry, trying to interpret the rules here.
Yeah, man, it doesn't
So-
roll my weapon with it.
Got it.
It's a melee attack with the weapon that adds that damage to it.
Okay.
But I
So
only
then-
can make one attack instead of two.
Okay. So yeah, the 12 then is just not a thing.
Yep. And then if it moves, it takes that extra 8.
Okay. Perfect. So that's a thing. All right. Well, yeah. With the slashing damage, then it is dead.
Oh. Okay.
So the dead body falls over and just.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Okay. Cool.
Fucking bug zappered it.
Exactly. Alright.
You hear Lucius let out an impressed whistle from behind.
Just damn.
Exactly.
Ooh, I like this. Okay.
Oh no, Eric likes something.
Yeah.
So you see a flash of light up at the balcony above the 5 snakeheads. And anyone who can actually see up there, so you probably have to have, yeah, if you have dark vision, you can probably like just make out the fact that somebody is standing above the central snakehead of the fountain. And you hear kind of a dry, crackling voice that seems to project a little more than its kind of weak presence would suggest. And you watch as a little flickering bit of flame appears and then comes whizzing towards you guys.
God damn it.
Somebody seems to be casting a fireball at you.
Mhm.
Always.
Very rude of them.
Yeah.
Deck saves.
Deck saves all around, pretty much. Yep, all around. Okay. So, Thorv, you fail. Roll for NPCs. Okay, Kanazaka would be under. Even though she is still down in her tunnel where she was last time. So say like here. Okay, so then Bag of Nails also fails. Zaka succeeds. Yeah, so just Thorv and Bag of Nails fail the save and take 32 points of fire damage. And then everybody else takes 16.
Ooh.
That's too much fire damage.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it happens.
Isn't your fire damage halved or something?
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
that is a
remember
thing.
that.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. I have it right here too. So. Yeah, resistance. So.
Oh, wait, I have that too.
It was 16, right?
I want to cast.
16 if you succeeded on the save, yes.
All right. So I had
I
4.
want to cast that other spell that I picked up.
That other spell that you picked up, you say.
So
The
much
Absorb
curious.
Elements. So I get resistance.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah,
I just look over at Thor's fucking absorbing fire now. That's awesome.
All right. So yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, you see, those of you with dark vision can see at the top of that balcony there is like a heavily bandaged humanoid form peering over the railing at you.
Is it Shago?
No, it's the guy in the meth lab.
Turns out that was the big boss this whole time. Okay. You hear concerned growling and groaning from off to the left. Sounds big.
Concerned groaning.
Yeah. Like, I
Okay.
don't know. Maybe a big scared dinosaur of some kind.
We need a druid back. Make that dinosaur our friend.
Okay, and then
We have a Groylon.
Gromod is in your
Gromod. I don't picture Gromod as someone who makes animal friends, but maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
It's-
Gromod is a nature friend.
Yeah, it's part of his class
Yeah.
for sure, but
But
and like he's a goblin. Goblins have to make friends or they're food. Like especially in the jungles, like think about it.
I mean, you at least need to have one battle stack worth of friends.
Exactly.
yeah,
So, and if you can get a battle stack coordinated, you can tame an animal. That's nothing.
Okay, so then, because the place doesn't fuck around, suddenly you hear whistling and whipping of wind as what looks like a fucking animated cyclone of sorts comes blowing out of the hallway into the room. And, yeah, that's a thing. And you see like a face kind of just back around the bits of dust and debris that the whirling wind has picked up, and it just seems to turn and fix its gaze upon the party. Yep. Stratos is going to kind of follow that standing order, which was to kind of go chill down here. Right, well, okay.
Well,
was it to go there, or was it to
I
close to the first?
yeah, I would say I would have sent him down there to like patrol, and then with the order, if he sees something, hit it.
Okay.
So I was just having him kind of sit there and wait, but he's got like 60 foot of movement or something. So
Right. I guess the other thing though is like what, because I know this has come up before, but realistically, he doesn't have any spectacular sight other than 10 feet of blind sight.
that is true. I don't know. I guess I kind of I don't know. Because of the way the way of the communication is, I would think that maybe like I could have said like there, or you know at least thought, and he would kind of like, because we're linked through thought. So I could impart that there are enemies over that direction. Like, instantly, almost.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose
Yeah.
that's fair. So,
Like, it,
let's summon the dog. So we'll say, you just wanted to go for like the closest.
yeah, just
Okay.
closest one, zap it, and get out of the way.
Yeah, so he's like over there next to the closest druid guard, like the big thuggy looking
Ooh.
ones.
Did not hit. Or did it?
Okay.
And then just fly just kind of out of the way. You know, so kind of flies in, zap, and then kind of flies up out of the way. I'm going to say flies away from the whirlwind, because being that he flies, he doesn't want to be anywhere near that, so he's going to get the fuck away from that.
Okay, so we'll say he kind of like goes up to the corner. You know, he doesn't have to worry about opportunity attacks. So
Yeah.
he just kind of swoops up there.
Yeah.
All right. So then, let's see what else we've got here. Okay. Moving all the sleep. This stuff. Okay. So then next up is Zaka, who is like with you guys, doing things. She. I mean, sure, why not? Like, who really knows what's gonna affect this big tornado monster that's attacking you guys? So, I guess start with what you know, and then if it doesn't work, improvise. So, longbow, which seems to hit. Let's check out the damage. Okay. Cool. So yeah, there is kind of like a slight disturbance. For those of you with dark vision, you can see that arrows do seem to have some effect, although not perhaps as much as you might expect. Or, I mean, I guess it depends on your expectations, really. They don't do normal arrow damage, put it that way. And then it's going to shoot again, because it seems to have done a thing, and while she is a tanky badass, she doesn't really have a lot in the way of sophisticated magical damage stuff. Mark that damage, and that is that. Okay. Then we have other things. Okay. Roll 20, please. Just something even close would be great. Okay. Cool. Fib. Hey, we got through a round.
Yay. For Fib's second turn, I'm going to do a thing to the thing there. I whisper at it menacingly.
Okay. Which thing?
This big, elemental?
Yeah, it does look like an air elemental.
I'm feeling yeah, wisdom save. It is 15.
Okay. Wisdom save. That is a 14, so it fits.
Ha! Cool, then it takes 24 damage and has to run away. That's too scared.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, as far as its speed allows. Oh god. Okay.
I'm guessing that's a lot.
It's a lot. It's 90 feet.
Jeez.
You just hear it go whistling back down the hallway.
Air Elemental's just like, no, fuck it. Bye.
Okay. Not bad. Anything else from Fib?
Nope. That's it.
Sweet. Lucius.
All right. what I am going to do is, first of all, I'm still kind of smoking a little bit from the fireball, so I'm gonna fucking back my happy ass up into this corner, and kind of panicked. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna screw it, and you'll see me. I'm gonna reach out and cast Enlarge on Groyalmod. And I'll say I'll point up at the mummy and mummy looking thing. I don't know. Does it look like a mummy?
Yeah, kinda.
I'll point up at I'll say shoot the mummy.
This is
And-
such a wonderful spell.
Yes, and then I'm going to instruct Stratos to kind of. So is this? You said this is like the gong area is open to the rest of the.
Yeah, like there's like a waist level railing, but you could see it and you could target it.
All right, I'm gonna have him. Can he fly up, basically like above the balcony here, but I want him at height with the mummy. If he's got, that's just to get kind of in that direction, basically. I want to be able to get a better look at this thing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, feel free to like move the token, whatever you think would be a good spot.
How much of an incline is that?
So, the balcony on which the mummy-looking person is 40 feet from the floor, which, yeah, it doesn't actually specify how
This?
high you guys are, so that's not super helpful. I guess I would say.
I mean, it looks like we're about 10 or 20 feet up, just based on like this
Yeah.
big grade here.
So I would say let's call it a 30-foot height difference from you to that balcony.
All right, in that case, Stratus is just gonna go straight up 30 feet and fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good enough. So that's his 6. That's his movement. And then he'll actually have gotten there on his turn, but
Yeah, that's fine.
okay. But yep. And you know what? Just for good measure, I'm gonna go to this corner. I don't like. I'm gonna basically put that pillar in front of me between me and the whatever the fuck that thing is on the pillar or on the platform.
Okay.
And then-
Yeah, that is like a pillar.
Yeah. So that'll end my turn.
Okay. Yeah, and as you're like over at this wall, you do notice a couple things. First of all, you can see kind of the moving shadows of Ace Nursen, like over here by the portcullis.
Okay.
I don't know if the ping is, yeah.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
ping
I
is
can
okay.
see it. Yeah, I know. I see.
And there's also like there's a lever situated like just the other side of the portcullis, like on the wall north of it, on your side of it.
Okay.
That might be the way that you would operate the thing.
But he's just standing there. He can't do like he's not. Is he like trying to reach through the bars or anything?
No, not at the moment.
All right. I guess for the last free action, can I say, Fib? There's a lever. Guard it or watch it. Somebody and just kind of try to.
Fib's screen is black. She can't see anything.
Oh.
I'm fixing it. Don't worry.
Okay. But I mean, I'm just letting you know that there's a lever on the wall to watch out and don't let them hit it. Or somebody, anybody, but you're the only one I can see. So.
Okay. Sneeple. Rawr. That one comes in and attacks Thorv. So does this one. Between the two of them, they get 6 attacks on Thorv. Recklessly. See if they can actually hit him, like, at all. Okay. So, total of 4 claw attacks. First one misses. Second, 22.
Yep.
5 points of slashing damage. Next one misses. 22 again.
Yep.
7 points of slashing damage. Then 2 bite attacks. I think a 19 misses, right?
Yep.
And a 17 misses. Okay. Not bad. Then Yeah, you're the only one within like 1 turn's range, so you're gonna get 3 more attacks.
Oh, if only.
Crit for 10. Miss 21?
Yep.
6 points of piercing damage.
If only you were 1 step back.
I ain't looking so good, guys.
Well, if you were 1 step back, it would be a lot better.
Okay, and then you hear a stone door kind of grind open against the hinges and the stone floor, and more claws clacking across the floor towards you from the northeast. As one of them does, in fact, run into the guardians.
Finally.
And does that trigger on its turn as soon as it walks
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and just click the skill again. I don't want to scroll up that far. Roll 20 is
12.
yeah. Okay. Wisdom save. Do. Feel like that's probably not going to be the best for these guys. Again with the 14. So 12 points. Okay, and it's radiant damage. Cool. All right. So it like runs in and just gets buffeted by these little these little things that are just like swimming around in circles in the air. Okay. And then yeah, I think that. Oh wait, one more. Okay. Bag of nail. Shoots the thing. Guess. Even. Yeah, there's not really an ideal thing to shoot at this point, so he's just gonna shoot the closest. And he like yells and fires his longbow, and he's having a good day because he rolls a 25 and fucking hits this closest one to him for 8 points of piercing damage. And then Mage is gonna mage. And then Cyrene, what are you gonna do?
I am going to.
I would like to sigh.
Walk here. Suddenly, all of these guys are in my range. Unfortunately, I need to wait until their turn to do anything about that. But I am going to Cure Wounds Sword at level 2.
Okay.
Oh my
Oof.
goodness.
Alright.
Let's look at 12.
I mean, it's something.
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
I mean, it will legit probably get him through like 2 more attacks at the rate they've been going, so that's not terrible. Okay. And that is it for Cyrene, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Sneeple everywhere. Most of these Sneeple aren't going to do a whole lot. Alright. Cool. Oh, except all these. Forgot about all these. Okay.
It's the most comforting statement of my life.
All these.
I forgot about all of them.
I mean, there are a lot, alright? Come on, roll 20. I believe in you. I don't know why, but I do. Okay. So that's those Sneeple. Groil mod. Super Groil mod, if you will. What would you like to do?
I go ahead and move my hunter's mark over here and shoot him twice.
Uh-huh. With that enlarged damage. Oh, that crit though. I mean, we can forget about that nat 1, but there was a crit. So that's cool. Okay. 16, 19.
Does the D4 get double too?
Yes, it does. So
Awesome. Oh, sweet. Not bad rolls.
And then
Is that a crit on your crit die?
It is.
Nice.
okay, so yeah, you shoot the mummy-looking dude back there. Kind of reels a bit. You see him already like prepping something else. But first, Thor, it is your turn. What do you do?
Alright, use my second win. Get some
Mhm.
health back.
All right, cranking it up.
And I'll use Booming Blade again on the one that Bag of Nails was targeting.
Okay, so that would be
Damn.
bottom Smerson. For those of you keeping track, 22 hits. So it's 6 thunder damage up front, 7 if it moves. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And it has the slashing damage.
Mhm. Okay.
And also the fire damage from Absorb Elements.
That's right. Thor just throwing down all kinds of magic damage now.
That one.
Yeah. Thor's expelling fire.
Yep. And then I'm gonna be like, say it's time to. I think it's time to leave. And start going back towards the tunnel.
Okay.
You don't want to fight anymore?
There's a lot more of them than
Punches
us.
Everything.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you do that, and oh, so then yeah,
Yep.
opportunity attacks, huh? Okay.
Well, take.
Cool. Yeah. So they're all gonna try and bite you.
Okay.
That is a 23.
Yep.
Okay. 7 piercing. A 20. Does that miss?
Yep.
Okay. And a 21, which is 6 piercing.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Then the mummy up on the balcony thing. Yeah. He's not fucking around either. So let's see. Yep. He's gonna do probably what you're expecting him to do.
Try to kill us all?
Maybe a little. Yeah, and conveniently for him, he can throw a fireball that will only hit like 2 of his underlings. So that's what he's gonna do. So I need dex saves from Yeah, all of you still.
Dang it.
You
So
good?
close to being out.
Oh, well.
Oh boy. Okay. Fireball. That level. Cool. Great. So if you rolled lower than a 15, you take 39 points of fire
Oh,
damage.
Ready for this? Watch grow mod. Oh yeah, it's not okay. Here, I'll fix that.
No.
Seb thinks for a second. Oh, maybe we should run, and then she falls down over.
Okay.
I'm out too.
Oh boy.
God.
With or without the resistance, I was out. So
Who
Seriously,
is
you
up?
got
So,
way well.
what was the damage that I would have gotten then?
You would have taken 19, which you would then half to 9.
Okay.
Show of hands. Who is up?
I'm up. I'm good.
Run.
Grow mod's up.
Gromod is up?
He's got 5 whole hit points.
Alright.
That's 4 more than you need.
Okay. What about Azaka and
Yeah,
Bag of
I'm telling you
nails.
that right now.
Azaka doesn't take damage, right? Because she never takes damage from anything.
Sure.
She always gets hit and she never takes damage, is what I've noticed.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, Azaka has taken actually quite a bit of damage. She's not looking great. Bag of Nails is looking real rough. Yeah, I mean, this is nasty. Like, you guys just got hit with 2 5th level fireballs. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
That's cheating, because we don't, we don't have access to this level fireball.
and we don't see anyone coming to help us?
Nope. So that's the thing. Yeah. More concerned dinosaur grunting and groaning. And then
Are
cloud
our
saving
wizards
throws.
doing anything useful?
We don't know where they are.
They're sure not helping you now, are they?
Like, we went out of our way for them, and where the fuck are they? Hope they die.
I mean, to be fair, they probably also hope you die,
Yeah, it's true.
Did they get there?
so. Okay, so then we've got this elemental that's gonna come screaming back. Yeah. So, going to then, I guess, go around. It looks like kind of smart. Let's see if we can read. Yeah, so it like fully circles around. And let's see, I'll set it here for now. Let's figure out who it wants to attack. Does it want some Groyalmod or some Lucy?
Well, didn't it run away last turn, so wouldn't it?
Oh, that's true. That's true. It doesn't get to. Yeah, but I do have to decide who it approaches. Is the thing.
Ah.
it's gonna roll up on Lucius. And it's just gonna like, it gets into your space. It doesn't do any damage to you just yet, but you just feel the wind like tearing at you and like alternating between pinning you against the wall and threatening to sweep you up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Then it is Stratos' turn.
He got there.
He did. So, was there an action? I guess not.
No. No, because I
Yeah, middle of
enlarged
nowhere.
Bromide.
Yeah. Okay. Snake people. They come running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, those of you who are still awake, if you do happen to look down the hallway where Thorv ran in an attempt to get out of here, you see a snake person. This one of the more magically inclined types, like scooping him up, and
Oh,
dragging him
no.
off somewhere.
Bye.
Yeah, that's a thing. And then it's Azaka's turn. She like turns and looks frantically and okay. Not a good place to be. So she's going to
See, I think you guys should have came to me, not me come to you. Wait, how does Snursen get down here? Are there hallways there that I pass?
Yeah.
But like, weren't the wizards right here investigating the room with me? They were supposed to be.
I mean, yeah, and then you went and did your thing and kind of just left them to their own devices.
And they decided to what? Eat lab food? Like,
Wait for us to
There's-
die and come get
there's
our
snakes.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you made a deal with shitty people, and they decided that they wanted to continue being shitty people.
We should have just killed them.
Okay. Azaka, I guess, is going to... Yeah, fuck it, she's gonna run over here and start just trying to fight this thing off that's taken Thorv away. Shoots it a couple times. Ugh, misses both times on Azaka. And then you hear more different, like, clattering footfalls and the rattling of chains as a pair of creatures held on long lengths of chain by what looks like a scaled humanoid come kind of like tugging at their leashes into the room. And let's see. Let's have a look at something. Yeah, so you see these like weird 8-legged lizard things with spines all down their backs, their eyes glowing kind of a greenish blue, and yeah, well, this is going to be interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, that's it for now. Fib. Hey! Success. Cool. Lucius,
Mm-hmm.
your turn.
Okay, well, being that this thing is inside me, I'm going to close my eyes for a second and say one word, and I am Misty stepping the fuck out of it.
Fair choice.
I'm gonna Misty step here. And oh my god, lag.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking brutal, right?
And I am going to. Let's see. Really got nothing. I guess I'll Toll the Dead this one.
Okay. Wisdom save. That is a failure.
Alright, well, it takes 3.
Which one were you targeting?
The one that's got Thorv.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't make a difference because Azaka's bad. Okay.
And I am going to instruct Stratos to get in that thing's, whatever the mummy is, I'm going to instruct him to get in its face.
Okay.
And bother it to the point of wasting its time.
Okay.
And then, let me see if there's anything else I can do. Wait, oh, actually, I retract the, well, I'm not going to retract the Misty Step, but, hang on, let me, sorry, because I was just thinking about something. Oh, okay, never mind. I can't move there, so we're good. Because I was thinking I could make my, because if it's 30 feet, I can make it a mile by using a spell slot. But it's a place you can see, so, and that's the closest I could see right now, so.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
yeah, that'll be it.
Cool. So we got a bunch of snake people starting their turn in Cyrene's stuff. So they're making what saves? Wisdom? Come on, roll 20. I believe in you. Here we go. Wisdom. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. That's 2 successes, 2 failures. Yep. Alright, the one that Thor was beaten on before is looking pretty roughed up. And then we've got this other one's taking a little bit of damage. Okay. Then they are going to, I guess, converge on Cyrene. So this one comes running in. Yeah, let's just get all the movement out of the way, I guess. We got that.
Mine, if the one I was attacking moves, I take 7 damage.
Ah, nice. So let's see, how many hit points does it have left? It's still standing, just barely.
I'll see if I can kill it.
Okay, I'm gonna this. And then, I mean, actually, more of them are gonna move into the thing because they're kind of YOLOing it at this point. So, standing in the still kind of like steaming mix of fleshy stew. Ugh. More saves real
Well,
quick.
yep.
Okay, 1 success, 1 failure. And then lots of attacks.
Okay, I'm gonna put this out there. I got this. So that's important.
Okay.
So,
Cool. All right. So
And guess what I can
Wow,
do
that's
after
like
things
every
hit me?
time.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So when they hit me, and I can do Wrath of the Storm, I can just shoot them back and say, "Fuck you."
Does Cyrene cuss?
She might today.
Holy shit.
Okay. Your Wrath of the Storm, is that a reaction?
Boop. Yeah,
Yeah. So you can
I get it once.
do it once. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start at the top and we will go clockwise.
Yep.
So,
I guess the first one that hits me, I will do that too.
all
Or
right.
I guess if the really injured one hits me, I will do it to it. I don't know what order
okay.
they're
That's
going in.
that's a good distinction. So the really injured
Yeah.
one is the one directly south of you.
Okay.
Okay. So top one, reckless, 2 claws. Highest is a 17, which I think misses.
Nope. Yep, misses.
Bites 23,
That hits.
6 piercing.
Okay.
Next one, all misses. Next one, I got a 22 with claws,
Yeah.
3 slashing. Okay, the weak one. 23 with claws,
Yeah.
3 slashing.
Oh no. I'm at -1.
Ugh. Okay.
No.
Can I get off my attack before I collapse?
That's a valid question. It says, does it say like when you're hit with an attack?
Oh, when a
yes.
creature within 5 feet of you that can see hits you with an attack.
Yeah, so sure.
Ha.
Okay. So let's see. Deck save.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Natural 1. So
Does it die?
it lunges at you and claws you, and with your like falling unconscious breath, you zap it back and it goes flying back 10 feet and dies at Bag of Nails' feet.
So at least if this is the end of me, I'm going out pretty awesomely.
Okay. Well, that being the case, then the others are going to turn their attention to people who are still standing. So that means this one still has a good bit of movement. So it's going to get over here on Groilmod. Attack him recklessly. Mm, 15.
Hits.
4 points of slashing.
Still up.
See? This is exactly how many you needed to have one left.
Here you go. Okay, that's only a 7. I was gonna try and bite you. That's a 12.
Misses.
Okay. So this other one that hasn't gotten to attack, I guess, is gonna like split the difference and probably smells the blood in the water with Groilmod, so is gonna go for him first. Okay. Reckless. Claw attack. Oh yeah, 21. 8 points of slashing damage.
-7.
Okay. And then a couple reckless attacks on Lucius. I didn't wake up this morning planning on kicking your ass, just so you know. 21 to hit Lucius. Taylor, you muted?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, 3 slashing.
All right.
Taylor's off making his new character.
Right? And then the bite attack on Lucius is a crit for 11.
And I'm down.
Okay. Do we have any awake PCs right now?
Nope.
Okay.
TPK.
So, yeah, let's see. It's 9:03. So, this isn't actually the end. It's not a TPK.
It's a TP, get sacrificed to whatever monster that they want to sacrifice it to after they bind us up and drag us off somewhere.
I mean, there's definitely going to be some binding and some dragging and some being in a hole kind of situations. So, yeah. As the last of you go down, we kind of fade to black, and you all wake up. So each of you have this experience separately, where you wake up in what looks like about a 5-foot across cylindrical pit. Your hands and feet are bound. You're basically suspended with the binds of your hands and feet affixed to a chain that is like dangling down into the mucky water of this pit. You are slightly above the water, but it is dark. It smells. You look up and there are bars blocking your means of escape from the pit.
How high up?
Let's see. That is a very valid question. Okay. So, not that far. Actually, the pits are about 10 feet deep.
And has there been any? I'm assuming I would have like laid awake for a couple minutes. Is there any foot traffic? Is there any noise? Anything?
Let's see. In listening, I should say. You hear the occasional muffled sob or moan. Yeah, that's about it. Just people crying.
I'm gonna Misty Step out of this. Assuming I'm not gagged, all I have to do is look up and say a word.
Yeah, let me verify, because there's like a whole thing that says like what they do, but I don't
I'm
know.
assuming
Yeah.
Phoebe can probably do the same thing. We all wake up.
Yeah.
Pip's so sleepy, she just goes back to bed. Does this count as a long rest?
No.
Definitely
Then
not.
Fib cannot do the same thing.
Oh no.
Fib has used her teleporting already.
Okay, so worth pointing out, as you wake up, you have none of your belongings.
No! My centipedes! Where are they? Are they here?
They are nowhere to be seen.
No!
How much health?
You would wake up with 1 hit point.
So, question: do I even need anything? Oh, no. Yeah, it's just verbal.
No, for Misty Step, it's verbal, so I'm making sure that you don't.
I don't think I need the spell
It
book.
doesn't say they. Yeah, it doesn't say they gag you.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't need the spell book to cast spells I know and have prepared.
Right.
So, yeah. I will Misty Step
Okay.
out.
All right. So you do that, and let's see. Yeah. So slight adjustment to the module, just because there are more of you than there are holes as written. But yeah, we'll say everybody has their own little pit that they're in, and so you kind of bamf up, and you see this collection of cylindrical holes dug down into the ground, chains dangling into each one that you can only imagine would lead to your friends, and then the other two things that most grab your attention about this room, as I just now remember that there's still combat music playing, and play this instead. The two most noticeable things would be that there is a faintly glowing circular pad against one wall, kind of set into an alcove, and against another there is a closed portcullis.
Okay. But there's nobody guarding, right? No guards?
Not in this room, no. I mean, you could...
I'm gonna go put my back to the portcullis, like to the wall by the portcullis, and kind of peek out and see.
Okay.
I just...
Make a stealth check.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna think about it. Do I feel a connection with Stratos still?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna bamf him back to me from wherever he is. Well, so bamf him out and then back to me. And then I'm going to say, hello, darling. Glad we could make it out of this. And I'm going to send him out through the portcullis just to peek around.
Okay.
And I'll just
So-
keep my back to the wall, and I'm not gonna look through his eyes. I'm keeping my eyes on the portal thing, but I'm just having him. All I'm looking for is any guard. Yeah, like guards or anybody that can hear me pulling chains up.
Okay. So you send Stratos out, and so you said you're not looking. Do you want him to like communicate to you though?
Yes,
Kind of-
yeah. Just let me know if if you see anything. They seem to be really not giving a shit about him too much, so I'm just gonna have him kind of blend in.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you send him out, kind of keep him up close to the ceiling, and almost immediately, yeah, there are enemies out here apparently. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Alright, I'll recall him. I'm gonna actually leave him at the portcullis, and he's gonna be basically an alarm spell. He's just gonna let me know if somebody's coming.
Okay, so he's just your lookout.
Yes, and I'm gonna go around and try to find the holes that my friends are in,
Okay.
and kind of figure out the mechanics of this. You know, like what controls the mechanism that's got them chained, all that.
And then are you gonna look for us after that?
I'm looking for you guys. Well, I'm making sure that my ass is safe before I try to jailbreak any of you guys.
She was just making fun of you because you were looking for our holes, not for us.
Well, you were looking for your friend. That's fine. Don't worry.
Fine, I look for everybody but Fib. I don't care about Fib.
Hey!
Oh. Yeah, so
Okay.
yes.
So yeah, make, I guess, a stealth check as you're trying to, navigate this whole situation as quietly as possible.
I'm just looking to see if I have anything that can aid me in this. I do not, so...
Okay. So, let's see. I mean, they're not exactly titans of intellect here. But, yeah, I think as you're like walking around and kind of checking out the different aspects of this room, you just kind of slip in kind of like a muddy, maybe a little bit bloody area on the floor, and we just hear that, like, the sound of you kind of stifling a gasp and like catching yourself before you fully collapse down to the ground. And immediately after that, you get like a ping from Stratos that says somebody's coming. What do you do?
Shit. Is there
Shit.
no? Is there any place to hide in here?
Let's see. Not really.
Fuck. All right. Well,
Are we all awake at this point?
That's a valid question. Yeah, we'll say you're all just kind of in varying stages of waking up from unconsciousness. So, I mean, yeah,
Okey-dokey.
potentially like functional.
Shit. I guess.
Okay, so somebody's coming. Like, what do you do?
I guess I'm just gonna Misty step back into my hole, and I'm gonna just. Now, are you like hanging, or are you like laying in the mud?
So you are vertical, and actually you would be like, you would have been like a little bit submerged. Like I think maybe from like the calves down, you would have just been kind of dangling into the water. But yeah, your hands and feet bound, which would then be bound to the chain that hangs down.
Right, but we're just standing in it, right? We're not actually like, or are we suspended? I'm trying kind of.
You would be partially suspended, yeah. Like your feet would be dangling into the mucky water.
All right, yeah. I'll Misty step back down and kind of try to make it look like I'm, like, basically kind of hold myself up if I can. I guess that's all I can do.
Okay. All right. Make either a performance or deception check.
Oh boy. Let's see. Nope. God damn it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hear the portcullis raising,
Mine?
and then no, like the
Oh,
big
the-
portcullis for the room, and you hear footfalls come filtering in. The same like clacking clawed feet that you heard as the beefy boys were coming in. They close the portcullis behind them, first thing. And then you hear the pair of them that seem to have walked in here begin to just walk from pit, 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 eventually coming around to yours. You speak Draconic?
I do not.
Is this a thing that happens, Groma?
It is.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah, Groyalmon, you, I don't know, like, you managed to, like, kind of swing over and, like, pry some pebbles and bits of stuff, from the, like, basically from the gaps between the stones that make up the wall here, and do your best to, like, flick them up as soon as you see, snake faces peeking over the edge.
I would also want to take this time to throw water at them.
You know what? I guess at this point, since they're doing that, Stratos is gonna bamf behind them and try to zap them. And then Amspray.
Alright, so rocks come flying up and, like, I guess, yeah, I'm gonna roll a thing.
We're gonna make a nuisance of ourselves.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just hanging out in my pit,
Or you're not gonna get punished for it.
missing my sword.
Okay. So yeah, the snake person, like a couple of pebbles bounce off of its snout, and it just like looks back down at Gromod and hisses, and begins to, it like hunches over just to the side of the pit, and you hear like a cranking sound as Gromod is like slowly raised up toward the barred door to his pit, and the thing just like looks down and hisses at you, and let's see.
Yeah, bring me closer so I can hit you.
It kind of cocks its head, kind of smiles at you a little bit as its eyes narrow, and then it just reaches over and like slams something on the cranking like winch mechanism, and you just whoosh, drop down into the water. Then, as the other one goes over to check on Cyrene, water just whoosh, up out of the grate into its face.
Mhm.
It stares down and blinks, hisses for a moment, and then I guess the one that's like just kind of turning around from dunking Royal Mod, Stratos swoops down and lands on it, which like it feels, and it like kind of, you know, does that thing where like, oh, what just landed like on my shoulder or my neck or whatever, and it's trying to like pull Stratos off of it as we hear the crackling of electricity, and he manages to like throw the snake off of him before the shocking grasp goes off.
All right,
because
Stratos is at the
higher
port.
than 13.
Stratos is at the portcullis. He's gone. He's just.
Okay.
He's gonna arcing the whole way, just out the portcullis and gone.
Okay. So, anybody else doing anything other than trying to pretend like they're still bound?
Viv is still wailing.
Thor's being a good prisoner.
He's the only one who's not being super annoying.
Okay. Well, that being the case,
Did he do anything to me or just get really soaked?
just like got soaked and kind of looked down at you and just stuck its tongue out, hissed at you, and moved on.
He stuck his tongue out at you.
I mean, it's a snake. It's not like a haha sticking tongue out. Forked tongue. But still.
I feel better about my life.
Does he like do the like thumb in his ears, wiggle his finger thing?
Totally.
Because he has ears.
Yeah, he has holes.
Snakes have ears.
Well,
Snakes
but
need ears.
they don't have ears like we do.
Oh, so everything has to be like us, otherwise it doesn't
Lots
exist?
of animals don't have ears like we do.
Well, I get that, but you can't put your thumb
Cannon
in.
dogs don't have ears.
But you can't put your thumbs in ears that don't exist
Do they have
externally.
thumbs? Like
These do.
that they don't have thumbs.
Well, these do.
They put their thumbs in their holes.
Well, they have fingers. They have claws. I would assume they would have opposable thumbs.
I mean, like
That would be a that'd be a
lots of
step
animals
backwards
have
in the
fingers,
transformation.
But no thumbs.
But that would be a.
I have fingers but no thumbs.
See,
Are these snake people with snakes for appendages and snake body?
They are not. They're
Okay.
like the hunchbacked, long-necked ones.
The real dumb ones.
The real dumb ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, they make the rounds, and the one that peers over into Lucius's pit kind of like turns to the other one, says something in Draconic, and they open the bars to Lucius' pit and begin pulling him up. So they like crank the mechanism to haul the chain up, and so you're just like kind of holding on to it, pretending to be bound still.
I mean, it seems the jig is up.
It does. So what do you do?
I mean, so is it just water at the bottom, or is there like a place
I
to?
mean, it's filthy, stinky water, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't really have much water in mine anymore, so
Like, how deep is it though? Just calf deep, you said?
I mean, maybe a bit further than that. Like, you don't touch the bottom when you're hanging from your chain.
Well, I mean, I assume
not
I would have
worried.
known not being in my chains, like when I
Yeah,
bamfed back in.
Probably no more than like part way up your thigh kind of situation.
Yeah, I'm dropping down. I'll just let go
Okay.
and stand down in
Okay.
there,
Okay, so
and I'll just kind of look up at him and shrug.
okay, so the one then turns, looks away from you for a second, says something else, and yeah, you hear the portcullis raise again as the one leaves.
All right, I'm banishing Stratos, by the way. Like, I'm sending him away to
Okay.
his little plane so he doesn't get hurt. And I guess this guy's just standing here looking at me, Stratos is gonna bamf in the corner and just watch, so I can see what's going on.
Okay.
So, and I am looking through his eyes, so I'm just kind of standing there looking dumb. Now, does Stratos understand Draconic? 'Cause he's a
no, I don't
snick.
believe he does.
Oh. I mean, he's only got 2 intelligence, so. It's a fair point.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the thing. After not so very long, you hear the clacking of claws and the returning footsteps of the one that was just sent off, as well as somebody else. And walking in, portcullis opening and closing again. You see one of the more intelligent looking, well, intelligent being Yuan Ti. This one, let's see. Gotta make sure we get the body types right, because you always really want to know when there's a snake-armed one.
Yeah, I mean, snake arms with a snake head and a snake body and snake legs.
Okay, so this one's a type 2.
Just a pile of snakes.
So yeah, this is like a man, but with snakes for arms.
Okay.
Who walks in and kind of stoops over the hole and says, "Are you really going to make this difficult on yourself? I've already lost."
What do you want with us?
You're our slaves now. Do what we please. We'll shovel out the dinosaur pens and help us expand our fame.
Well, do you guys have any idea what's going on in this, underneath this city that you guys supposedly rule?
So Groilmod yells in the midst of this.
I haven't lost until I'm dead. Nothing will be easy with me until then.
There's a mildly amused smirk that creeps across the snake-armed man's face before he refocuses his attention on Lucius and says, we follow Rasnasi. He is a wise and powerful leader who has yet to lead us astray.
Okay. So, pause for a second. I think, lore-wise, didn't Rasnasi get trapped in this dungeon, or like it hit all his? Wasn't there some, or was that after after all of that? Because like didn't?
So,
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead.
okay. So, let's see. Things you would know about Rasnasi.
Well,
Go
I'm
back to what-
talking about like in general this whole death curse. The dungeon itself is the tomb of the 9 gods, right? Which 9 gods? Is it the betrayer gods or is it the other gods?
Okay, so let's remember betrayer gods is actually like a critical role term.
Or sorry, yeah, the
But yeah,
false
like
gods.
yeah, exactly. So it would be like those.
Okay.
Let me have a quick look at what you would have learned from the oracle, because that was really your big kind of source of knowledge here.
I mean, I'm just talking the lore of the land that Rasnasi and stuff.
Well, yeah, you would have heard the name Rasnasi associated with like a powerful necromancer warlord kind of dude who was said to have been a force like a long ass time ago.
Okay.
And who hasn't really been seen or heard from. He's like the recurring villain who never really died on camera.
Gotcha. So I guess I'll say, well, you seem like a little more intelligent, being. So what's really going on? And assuming he'll just let me stand there and talk, I'm gonna explain to him the death curse, the fucking boxes, the squares that they got from us. I'm gonna give him everything, all the information that I know. That we're trying to stop this. It just so happens that we ran into them. I don't really want to be here. I'm just trying to stop this and be done. And that Rasnasi was one of the 9 who supposedly this tomb is for. So the chances of there being something of his. Yeah.
That is not the case. Are you trying to convince him that it is?
No. So what is the case then?
Rasnasi was a powerful warlord dude. All of the 9 gods to which that name refers are, Chultan animals. Like, the bunny
Okay. I gotcha. I was thinking Rasnasi was one of those. Like
no,
animal
Rasnasi
guys.
was just a powerful... I say just a powerful warlord necromancer.
Okay. Well, in that case, I guess there's nothing to really... I'll still explain everything that's going on beneath the city to him. And I'll let him know that anybody who dies likely is not dying. They're being funneled into whatever is going on down there. So...
Okay.
And that was all we were trying to stop. Yeah. That this whole incursion was all over those cubes, and we're trying to put an end to this for the better of all of Chult, including whatever's left of this city for them. And I guess I'll also explain, that's why there have been people that keep coming to this city, is this is going on and they're trying to stop it. That for all intents and purposes, this city is lost to the ages, except for 1 or 2 people, and forget them. Basically, that this city is the Snake People's. It just so happens we have to pass through it. I'm laying it on kind of thick for him. Hopefully, kind of buttering him up a little. But Not anything overtly, like, lying or anything.
Okay. Yeah. So he listens to everything you have to say. And says, "You've given me much to think about. I think there's someone who may want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
You'll stay there for now."
And I'll
I'll talk to you soon.
nod to him and I'll say yes. I won't break out again. I will stay here.
Alright. And he kind of stands up and looks at one of the things that had kind of come in to check on you, which like stays stationed in the room now. And you hear the portcullis rise and fall once again. And yeah, the lot of you are left in this room for.
Oh, as he leaves, I'll yell out, if you want me to translate for these guys to everybody else or myself, if you could just bring a little bit of soot and salt, that's all I need, and I can understand what everybody says. Or, no, shit, that's comprehend languages. I'm sorry. I'll say my clay model of that little clay model, I can understand then. But he probably has already left.
Yeah, I mean, he probably like
That's-
hears you as you're walking all edgelord like.
Yeah, that's fine. With his waggly arms.
Okay. So, it is probably an hour or so.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, can I take a rest? I don't have any dingy water in my cell anymore.
But like, you are still bound and suspended. Like, it's not really restful, is it?
Am I able to take a rest? Since, I mean, I'm standing in water, but I'm not suspended.
I think you probably could. It's like, it's not a great rest, but your joints aren't constantly being pulled on.
Alright.
Well, then I am going to cast a spell.
What spell are you going to cast?
This one. And it may only be me. Oh wait, no, I can just, never mind, I can just cast Cure Wounds.
Well, okay, here's a question. You don't have your focus.
Oh,
How are you
It-
gonna do that?
I can't do it. It doesn't have a component.
It doesn't have any components at all.
No. No.
I think
Not
that's
verbal,
just...
somatic, or
Oh,
material.
it's, sorry, it's verbal.
Okay.
But I could just do Cure Wounds, which is
Yeah, if it's just
verbal
verbal,
and somatic.
Yeah, cure wounds, you just have to touch
Somatic?
yourself.
somatic is fine. Well, no, somatic's not fine because you're bound.
She couldn't,
And
like,
I-
high-five herself?
Yeah, like, aren't I touching myself, bound?
I mean, I think.
Cast it in one finger and touch your fingers together and heal yourself.
I feel like somatic is more than just literal the touch. It's like
Yeah, it's like
some
gesture.
Naruto shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So if you have a just verbal thing, you can.
I
do
could
that.
cast Dissonant Whispers then.
You could.
That's just verbal.
Well,
so...
Prayer of Healing is only verbal, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, yes, you can do that.
Oh, you can see. She can't see anybody.
No. If I could see anyone, they would also get heals. But...
Yeah, that's kind of a
She
pain in the butt,
pictures
huh?
us thus strongly in her
It's like she's there with you in spirit, except she's not, so you don't get heals.
Is-
Uh,
There's larger than a 1 square cube of area, right? Like,
For what
of,
purpose?
of water. Sorry, on the ground. Oh, I can do up to 3. So 3 square cubes.
three
Or-
square what cubes?
For 1 foot, sorry. 3 square... or 3 foot cube... 3 1-foot cubes of area. I could prestidigitation and clean it.
Okay.
So, sorry, that's what I'm trying to get at is, can I clean my cell out
Is-
as well?
Wait,
Sure.
Okay.
I have some questions.
Yes.
So
You
I'm
will receive no
dangling
answers.
from a rope, and there's a grate above me.
It's a chain, not a rope, but other than
Well,
that,
yeah.
yes.
Is the grate like locked in place, or can I like kick it open?
So you'd have to haul yourself up, and then you'd have to see like what mechanism there is securing it.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I cast Gust of Wind and just shoot myself up with a piece of wind, can I just blast through it? And
Well, are you able to cast it? It
oh,
has
I
a-
don't have a lagoon seed. Gosh
Yeah.
darn it!
Lagoon seed.
You had legumes last night, so give it a few days. You'll be able to cast
Oh my god.
it.
Gosh darn it!
Good old
Yeah.
prison pocket for legume
This is
seeds.
when casting becomes really fun.
Yeah.
So we can't use hit dice? Because we're not
Um,
resting?
Correct.
Okay.
Can I try and break out of my chains?
You certainly can. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
What do you want for that?
Well, let's see. I feel like this is a thing that is very much prescribed in yon book.
like if I'm stuck
adventures.
here, I'm gonna try and get out. I'm not gonna just sit there.
Okay. Cool. So I would say, yeah, if you're gonna try and bust out, just straight up break your chains. Give me an athletics check. Okay, like you tug and pull and fight all you can. They're not budging.
Okay.
So
I'll try and slip my hands out of them or something, I guess.
okay. Let's say call it acrobatics.
That one's not better.
No.
Yeah, not so much. Like you get stuck for a second, and you're kind of like worried you might, might lose a thumb or something. Just yeah, it's a whole thing. But no, you're still very stuck.
Okay. I'll just start asking for food then.
Okay. Cool. So over
Just
the
enough
next.
to annoy him.
Yep.
I'm not doing anything. Can I take some water and put it on the rope and freeze it and try to just freeze the chain and break it?
Yeah, sure. I guess. Let's see what we got here. That. Yeah, let's have you make a check with your wisdom mod. Basically, just like a spellcasting ability check.
I mean, just wisdom check?
Yeah.
19?
Okay. So it takes a bit. Let's say like after, all the other kind of fiddling around, figuring out what spells you can actually cast and all that. Maybe like 20-30 minutes in, you get to a point where you've been trying this for a little bit, and finally, as you like move the water up and freeze it, and move the water up and freeze it, you feel kind of like a sudden drop as you like down onto the floor of the hole, with one of the chain links having broken.
Okay. Am I still binded? Bound?
Yeah, you're just not on the chain anymore.
Okay. Can I work on unbinding myself?
Sure, same method.
Yeah.
Wisdom check.
22.
Okay, so yeah, we'll say you're kind of getting the hang of it now, and another 10 minutes of just kind of grinding it out. And you are unbound at the bottom of this 10-foot hole with a broken length of chain hanging up through the grate above. So, what do you
Okay.
do?
I would like to make myself a staircase and try and pop open the grate.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's fine. You do that. You work your way up. What's your strength score?
13.
That's surprising. I feel
Why?
I don't know. I felt like you were stronger. Okay.
That's a jester.
The other blue cleric, of course. Okay, so you get up there, and you look at this circular iron grate that covers your pit here, and it looks like, yeah, it's just a gate. Like it would just kind of swing open, given the right amount of, strength to move it. But as you try and shove it open, it is just too heavy for you.
Okay. I guess I'll sit down there and take a short rest because I can do that now.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, if you're left alone for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll keep
yeah, go for it.
trying to break my stuff.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make one more check. We'll just kind of see if you make any progress.
No.
Oh god. All right.
They tied me up
Anybody else?
really
Yeah, they really got you, man. Like they saw you out in that fight, and they were like, "Oh, he took a lot of hits. He's probably a big, strong dude. We should bust out the good chains for this guy." Okay. Does anybody have anything they would like to do over the next, hour or so before another thing happens?
Fib is looking around her well, to see if there are any insects in it. She doesn't want to try to break her chain because she has 1 hit point and is scared of hurting herself and dying down here.
Nice. Okay.
The only spells I can cast are Vicious Mockery and Dissonant Whispers. I don't think that's going to be helpful right now.
You could viciously mock the bars.
I've mocked those dang bars and nothing happens. That makes her even angrier.
I mean, we're in the same room, right? We're able to, like, just communicate with each other?
Yeah, you can talk. You can totally talk.
Oh, wait, what? I thought we were, like...
No, we're in the same room. We're just...
You're in a bunch of pits within the same room.
Oh, okay, so we can't see each other.
Correct.
Okay, well, you all have heard her just friggin' going wild about these lost...
Yeah, I would say about 10 minutes into that, I would yell out, "Fib, would you shut the hell up? I'll get you some new ones. Just chill. You're only torturing us."
I'll ask for some more food.
I'll yell out, they talk in some hissing manner. I don't speak the language.
I'll hiss at them.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. In the meantime, Fib, as you're grumbling about your real dramatic lack of centipedes here. And
Only
looking
comfort
around,
mad.
looking around for any creepy crawly friends you might be able to make down here. There is a disturbance in the water.
Dun, dun, dun.
What is
Yeah.
that? I'm not in the water, right?
Your legs are dangling down into it.
Okay, I poke a little bit at it with my toe carefully.
Okay. You feel movement like slide past your foot.
I try and pick it up with my toe.
It's a snake.
No!
I hear her scream, and Stratos instantly pops up next to her.
And she points with her toe at the snake, but she's trying to she has curled her feet up
All
to
right.
keep them out of the
So
water.
6 seconds. Yeah, I was gonna say
Her toe.
6
She's like,
seconds.
get it!
So what is it? Is it just a generic snake, or
It's just like a water snake.
Ugh.
I guess Stratos is it being like, is it attacking Fib?
No.
It's just
It's
kind of chilling.
attacking me. Get it! Kill it!
So here's the
It took
question:
my centipedes.
does Stratos speak? Like, can he speak to other snakes? Is that a thing?
I mean, maybe in some like kind of rudimentary fashion, but not like language.
Not
Yeah, basically, I just kind of want Stratos to relay, this isn't food. This tastes bad.
What?
Oh, stop it. I'm saving your life, damn it.
Me? What?
Yeah,
With all the snursinol attacks.
How?
because I'm telling the snake not to try to eat you. Or bite
Oh, I thought Stratos was telling me I can't eat this. It's
No.
not food."
you. No, Stratos is telling the snake not to eat, or not to try to bite you.
Okay.
You know, just...
We already proved that
Good night.
Yeah.
we already proved Fib can't eat snakes.
Yeah. Well, not well, at least. She chokes.
No. Did the
Pet
snake
gag
then-
reflex.
Night I will never forget. Roll for gag reflex. Okay. So, yeah, maybe a bit of an uncomfortable hour for some.
God.
I mean, as long as... I will yell out to Fib, I'm trying to have Stratos tell it not to eat you or bite you. So just leave it alone, and you should be okay.
I'm sure I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Stratos
Nothing
is gonna
go bad.
Stratos is going to stay with you. If anything happens, yell, and I will turn it to... Stratos is fine. If anything happens, yell, and I'll throw the toaster in the water.
The toast water.
I said I'll throw the toaster in the water.
Okay.
It
I'll
definitely
shock
sounds like
Stratos.
toast water.
Oh. It must have... I don't know.
I think the ER cut out. That
Oh,
was-
it may have. I don't know, my mic, for whatever reason, it'll pick me up across the room, but if I'm, like, a foot from it, it doesn't pick me up sometimes. So,
Just so you know what we just heard. I don't know. My mic, it'll pick me up across.
across the room. Yeah, see, I don't know, it's weird. I'm talking right at it the entire time.
Do I get a short rested?
Well, before you complete the short rest, you hear the portcullis raise, fall, and people come into the room. And you see, looming over, well, I guess specifically Lucius, you see looming over your pit, another Snurson, this one looking almost entirely like a humanoid, except with a snake head.
Ugh, that's the fucking
Cobra
worst.
looking situation.
Okay.
And he looks down.
Is it a man or a woman?
It does appear to be a man.
Okay.
Kind of like skinny. You know, if you were to, like, I don't know, size this dude up as like a potential adventurer, he would probably fit the rogue role pretty well. He's got that like kind of, slim, agile build to him.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And he like looks over the edge at you and says, it sounds as though you know a lot more about the workings of this city than most of the travelers that stumble into the valley.
Yeah, I would say that's fairly true. The
Are they
whole
speaking in common? Like, can I understand this?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'll say, well, the whole point of, well, the whole collective of us even coming here was to try to fix whatever's going on down there.
And what makes you think that that's any of our concern?
Well, for one, people are not going to stop coming, and more powerful people are probably going to start coming because this is not going to stop. People will come until this is ended. So, I mean, I guess you guys can get slaves, but, you guys will constantly be having people invading and, just messing up the city in ways that you probably don't want. So, it won't end with us. That's why I think it's of concern to you guys.
It sounds as though having an endless supply of sacrifices to Dendar is anything but an inconvenience to us.
Yes, but where we failed, they will just send another group, a stronger group.
I can't tell you how many times I've heard that, and yet still here you are, the better, stronger group, still down in these same pits that have housed so many previous visitors of ours.
Well, if I'm honest, there's a group of mages and such that also ventured in with us, but appear to have, decided that they're going to pursue, the same thing we were without us. So, and they have 4 times the abilities I do, at least. And that's just counting their people who can cast spells. So, they're the ones who dealt with the Hydra.
He says, I do not fear these people. They are, from what I've seen, up above, the type to be easily swayed by temptation of power. Exactly the type of person would fall into any one of our traps. I'm sure they'll join you down there soon enough.
I mean, I guess that's fair. My other point, too, was, and I'll just kind of, gesture to myself, I'm not fit for a working environment. Is there something else that you guys would need? I can scribe, I can, I'm more of the book type. So I feel that putting me to work cleaning dinosaur pens, I could help you guys in something a little more advanced, possibly, or more specialized if you need. I can translate, I can speak and read any language.
You may be useful in the distillery.
I would need a few things to be able to do that. The little ziggurat or some soot and ash just to be able to use the abilities, but nothing crazy. And I can even show you guys what I'm doing.
I'll have to think on that. But my fellow servant of Dendar here tells me you were saying something about this curse. I'm not entirely sure exactly what it is that you're dealing with. But what makes you think that I or my people have anything to do with it, or even care?
Well, you mentioned sacrificing to Dendar. Every person you kill while this is going on, not going to Dendar. Not at all. They're going to feed whatever soul-sucking machine is down there. Every person that dies anywhere in this jungle, anywhere on this peninsula, is not going to any afterlife. They're not going anywhere but to this. Whatever this machine is.
He looks kind of off to the side for a moment and then back down at you.
And I guess when he looks back to me, I'll say, that's the reason why you can't revive anybody who has died. That's the reason you can't bring anybody to life. That's the reason the people who have been brought back to life are dying or getting weakened is...
Okay, at that line in particular, his eyes narrow.
Oh, okay.
And he says, that I may be able to use.
So, well, I mean,
He stands up, and
Yeah.
you see him like wave off the others that are in the room, and you hear the portcullis rise and fall. You hear a bit of draconic being exchanged, and then it would seem that you're alone in the room with this guy, or at least you and your
Yeah.
friends, and a yelling goblin. And he says, he looks down at you, Lucius, and says, you say that those who have been resurrected are withering away.
Across the land, it's every person, to varying degrees, that have been revived, yes. In fact, and I'll kind of like gesture, I guess, out towards the rest of the room. I'll say all of us were essentially hired by somebody who was having that exact issue.
Well, I think you may have just proven your usefulness to me. What was your name again?
Lucius.
Yaru. He just nods.
Yep, I nod too.
Says, I think I have one other friend that you should meet.
I will...
May have goals that, while they don't entirely align with yours, do so enough that you may get along quite well. And of course, I would stand to gain a bit as well.
And of my companions? Or is that something I can discuss with this other person?
She'll ultimately have final say, but
Okay.
I would imagine that it would be fair recompense for you to leave here with your lives should you assist her with what she needs.
And I'll say, hang on one sec. Is that okay with you guys? So I kind of yell that out to the room.
I don't have a better option.
Just
Sort of hanging out here.
Like, I mean, we want to end the death curse, and we can't do that in here, so...
And I'll look up at him, at the snake guy, and whisper. I'll say, "She's dangerous. The one that just talked." And it's genuine. Like, I'm not not trying to deceive him. I'm just warning him. But only if you get her mad. So.
He says, alright, give me a moment. I'll have an audience arranged for you with Phantaza.
Okay. At this point, I'll yell, "Groilmod, we're trying to work with these guys. We're not really in a position to fight. I promise I'll buy you a beer if we get out of this. As long as you just leave it be." So.
I love how he's basically like typing for posterity at this point, just so we
Yep.
have a note of all the shit that Gromad has talked.
Yep. I'll look up at the snake person. I'll say, "You may want to let him simmer for a bit longer. It may help to pull him out of the water, but he'll simmer down eventually."
He nods and says, "Well, I'll be in touch soon, and we'll see exactly how useful you lot can make yourselves."
Alright, I'll nod.
Yeah. With that, he sees himself out and hear the portcullis rise and fall, and the return of the other Yuan Ti, not in the room anymore, but still standing guard outside.
Okay.
I suppose next time we'll begin with your meeting with this Phantaza person.
Can
Yeah.
I finish my long rest?
Definitely not a long rest.
Sorry, my short rest.
Yeah, you can finish your short rest.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So, yeah, that's the thing. And somewhere, maybe, your NPC friends are still alive. Guess we'll see.
I haven't heard from them, right?
We have not heard from them.
Okay.
What was that, Laura?
Do I get a short rest? Are they gonna let me down?
They didn't actually make any express effort to do that, no.
Fuck them.
They're gonna pull me up, and I'm gonna be so collected after you tell them that I'm dangerous and they should watch me.
Yeah, exactly. You're just gonna be like the really happy everything's fine. But I did tell him if you get mad, you're dangerous. So, and that is entirely true. So, well.
Yeah.
Do we get any XP for the one we killed?
The one.
Like 2
we
X.
killed
Didn't
two.
we kill two? We killed two.
Yeah, you got to.
Get a whole 3 experience.
Well, hey, you don't have to split those XP with.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Red Wizard. They're thugs, though. So.
Oh, they're gonna get theirs too. Because if
Oh.
if I can swing things, I'm gonna partner up with the snake people and we're gonna give them some good slaves. So, I am a fucking evil man and you do not cross me.
I think the real problem is that they definitely crossed me.
That too. And I'm on your side.
129 XP.
Hey, that's actually not that bad. Like, compared to last one, where we killed a fucking Hydra and got 300.
Yeah.
You said
And
129?
those leeches.
Yeah, 129.
All right. Every experience point counts.